Sony producer Amy Pascal has just confirmed something that all of us fans have been waiting and been wanting for the longest time, and we're talking all about it today on today's episode of Heroes Avenue. My name is Darren Cruz, and let's get to it.
Well, those movies will all take place in the world that we are now creating for Peter Parker. I mean, there'll be adjuncts to it. They may be different locations, but it will still all be in the same world, and they will be connected to each other as well.
So there is a chance that Tom Holland as Spider-Man will pop up somewhere over there? There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. I think one of the things that Kevin has done with Marvel that's was so brilliant, and is by bringing the fans along and making each movie seem like a chapter in a book that you have to read that chapter in order to go forward. And I think the investment that the fans get to feel in being part of a larger story and understanding what's happening, I think is something that I know Sony would want to emulate.
So today, Amy Pascal had just confirmed something with Kevin Feige in an interview that Venom, Black Cat will share the MCU with Marvel Pictures, or Marvel Studios. So basically what that means is that we're going to have a Spider-Man movie, a Venom movie, a Black Cat movie, and most likely a Sinister Six movie sharing the same freaking universe as the Avengers and everyone else in the MCU that has already been established. Oh my god. Dude, we've been waiting for this for the longest time. A lot of us have been in disbelief that these two companies would finally agree on something that benefits both of them. And I'm so glad they've reached a compromise, because like if Marvel was able to do this with Fox as well and just get the entire X-Men team on board, it would be a comic book fan dream come true. But this is also better because we get to at least like know that, you know, Venom and other titles will be handled the same way that hopefully Spider-Man is right now. She also confirmed that Venom and Black Cat will be in sub-cities, so they won't really be sharing the same screen as the Avengers, so we won't see Iron Man, Captain America, and all them in these movies. But they're definitely going to acknowledge the fact that they're in the same universe, just like how the Netflix movies are, like with Daredevil, and Luke Cage. They all acknowledge the Avengers just to show that they're in the same universe. So they're gonna most likely do the same thing with these titles, and which is brilliant because one, they don't have to really pay for any actors to join the movie just to prove that they're in the same universe, and two, why not, right? So this definitely builds hype for the fans. More people are definitely going to see these movies. This definitely shows that there's going to be a bright future for the MCU as this keeps going on. And it just makes sense, because if Sony were to go their separate path and go alone in this superhero genre, while they had Spider-Man share a universe with Marvel Studios, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't see why you would try to, help each other and just benefit off each other, because ultimately you both will win and you guys will gain so much money and so much profit off of it. And your fans will love you as much as they do right now. They'll love you more by doing this, and I'm so stoked that they are. This is something we've been waiting for the longest time. Marvel Studios needs to try to get this with Fox as well. I want to see Deadpool just troll the F out of the Avengers. That'd be so funny. Because before we weren't really sure how they're gonna do things, right? We assumed that after the third Spider-Man movie, Marvel's gonna give the character back to Sony, and then they're gonna just do their own thing. And we didn't know what direction they're gonna go in. We don't know how the longevity of the Sony superhero genre will be. It's bad enough that we're confused with the continuity of X-Men. I don't want to be confused with how the universe works with Venom and Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man was going to have to go through another dimension or to an alternate universe in order to get into Sony universe, which was a stupid idea. But that's the kind of crazy thought that was going through my mind when they said he would go back to Sony Pictures after the third movie. So I'm so glad they finally reached a compromise, and both studios are working together just to make us fans happy and to make the best movies that they possibly can. That's ultimately what they're shooting for, and it goes to show that they actually care about us fans and making the best possible movie ever. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you should be super stoked. If you're a Venom fan, you should be extra stoked. If you're a Black Cat fan, you should be even happy. You should be happy that she's getting a movie. And so those are just all my thoughts. So I'm so stoked about this. Comment below, tell us if you agree, if you disagree. Are you super stoked to have Venom in the MCU as well? Or do you want him to be separate and just have his own thing with Sony Pictures? I don't know why you would want that, but some people are like that. So let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.